Only a few years ago, Pope Francis espoused one of the most impactful, albeit forgotten, practices of Christianity. But the idolised figure didn't bring it up on a whim. Lectio Divina is the perfect antidote to chaos, and in the wake of the neoliberal tendencies of the modern world, civilization needs to wield its magic now more than ever. Lectio Divina was first established as a monastic practice in the 6th century by Saint Benedict, a man who advocated discipline, balance and goodness. Exasperated by the debauchery that so many of his friends indulged in, Benedict coveted a more fruitful and virtuous life. In a journey to find his true self, the saint lived as a hermit, regarding it as the crown of monasticism. But what Benedict initially viewed as perfection was caveated when he uncovered the difficulties and spiritual dangers of solitude, particularly for the feebler-hearted. These restrictions impelled the so-called father of Western monasticism to spread his message through the prism of a community. St. Benedict's hallmark is found not through the tangible implications of his life, but in the lessons it conveyed for subsequent generations. He adopted the motto Ora et Labora, meaning prayer and work, an expression aptly applicable to his model of balance. The system was used in conjunction with Lectio Divina, a form of contemplation that plays an integral role in achieving tranquility. The practice deepens our connection to God's world by encouraging receptiveness to the divine message and allowing the participant to assimilate what the Lord wishes to convey. The mind and heart are illuminated when engaging in Lectio Divina. Dan Burke, a prominent religious figure, called the practice the discovery prayer, a fitting analogy given that the contemplator finally grasps the three principal values of our lives: God's love, our identity, and our purpose. When it is used appropriately, Lectio Divina, intertwined with Benedict's balanced way of life, is the best therapy session one can have. But the sky isn't always blue. The supranational spatial integration of economies and societies has acted as an engine for the rise in social injustice. The presence of neoliberalism, which, in simple terms, is a policy model that favours private enterprises, has conjured a modern conundrum. Where is the line that balances expedient efficiency with ethical efficiency? The contemporary world is in an unprecedented inequality transition that is wildly unsustainable at its current pace. The propensity to exploit workers on an international level set its origins during the Industrial Revolution, arguably the era which saw the first wave of globalisation. However, the deceitful system that emerged during that period, specifically the undervaluing of material acquisitions and underpayment of employees, has been perpetuated. In this vein, globalisation has been an agent in pushing the lines of ethical efficiency. The ramifications of globalisation have led to a rapid increase in stress and mental health issues. Carmen Sandy suggests these effects can be compounded, stating, when undergoing high-level or persistent stress, individuals become irritable and hostile. The debate around humanity's inherent nature has been a central contention among academics. Immanuel Kant, a polarizing French philosopher, coined a contentious paradigm. He claimed that there is a universal moral propensity to evil among the human species. Despite substantial disputes, the evidence is too overwhelming to say the potential for immorality is entirely absent from all human beings. The increased stress induced by globalization awakens this inherent evil. Its escalation has been the primary catalyst of a near 50% increase in crime and violence since 1990. The mass suffering and anguish caused by globalization urged the churches to assemble and form a universal guideline of ethics that all citizens, whether religious or non-religious, can live by. In 1988, religious leaders gathered to form one of the most potent documents in the modern era. The global ethic is fundamentally built on the interfaith dialogue between modern religions, with idiosyncratic prayer forms prompting a call to action. The concepts it advocates are humaneness, non-violence, justice, truthfulness, the partnership between man and woman, and finally, the golden rule, that is, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In this case, the collaboration between Buddhism and Christianity exemplifies the essence of what the global ethic aims to achieve. Not only do both religions endorse the golden rule, but they also share various fundamental beliefs, all of which contribute to a collective understanding of said ethic. This embodies the very objective of the global ethic, which, according to its founder Hans Kuhn, seeks to work out what is already common to the religions of the world now, despite their differences over human conduct, moral values, and basic moral convictions. For example, Buddhism's 5 precepts express, in some way, the founding beliefs upon which the concepts delineated in the the global ethic are built on. The Ten Commandments play a similar role, only this time through a Catholic lens. The stark similarities conjure questions relating to the common foundations of distinct religions. The school of thought upon which the ideas derive is only subtly different. However, both principles spark positive behaviours, a shared objective. While Lectio Divina played no role in forming the global ethic, it works co-constitutively with it, given that the benefits induced by the prayer style increase the likelihood of one to comply with the doctrines propagated in the report. The peace of mind and moral knowledge that the practice ingrains are advantageous in a modern world of turmoil and turbulence. A unique calmness and equanimity which Lectio Divina imbues wipes away the stresses of globalisation.